Good morning, everyone. Social media friends, connections, and of course, even new relationships that we may have developed together within the past couple of weeks. You are here today in our last episode of this calendar year, not the last one forever, but the last episode of this calendar year of Real Living in Milwaukee. And I hope you certainly enjoyed the holiday music that I shared with you, courtesy of my friend, 𝙍𝙬𝙖𝙡. He's a man of many talents. And for some of you, actually a few of you who may know this, I really enjoyed that from Tony. Why? Because I used to play percussion and drums. However, when Tony kind of shared that he's got this new skill on this instrument called hand pans, it really intrigued me. And like I said, I'm just sharing back with you something that I really enjoyed to brighten up, to get you into that holiday spirit. So for today, today's episode, we're going to bring in my co-host, Angela Walters, who is in the Milwaukee area for our conversation today about real living in Milwaukee. So let's welcome Angela into the room. Angela, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Are you ready for the holidays?
I am. My home is decorated already. I put that Christmas tree up. Want to try to enjoy it as much as I can because as soon as you spend all that time decorating, then Christmas comes and goes, and now you got to take it all down. So
I
I try
know.
to enjoy it as much as I can.
Same here with me. Same here with me. I'm not, we're not completely done.
Yeah.
But right now, I think your weather and mine, because we're not too far from each other,
Mm.
I think today and tomorrow is still pretty nice. So I'm trying to get it done
Yeah.
before next week starts on us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So good, good. Why don't we start off today's episode, Angela, like we always do?
Okay.
If you're dropping your professional current trends and a market update
Yeah.
on real estate in the Milwaukee area.
Yeah, so real estate in Milwaukee is still going very well. So, for those of you that are in Illinois or other states and thinking about coming here, it's a great place to live. There's all sorts of new development going on and wonderful things happening. So, what's happening in the metro Milwaukee market is that sales are up 3.6%. And we're
Wow.
comparing it to last year. Now, last year was similar to this because the interest rates had already increased and people were getting used to that. So I think we're, starting to get on a more positive trend, which is great. Also, our listings grew. So that's really great news for us.
Wow. That is good.
Yeah. So for 3 months in a row, we've had our number of listings increase. And, we've been communicating this common theme of having a shortage of inventory. We still need more inventory, but it looks like we are heading in the right direction, which is a good thing.
What are some of your seller clients then saying to you, sharing with you as to why you are seeing more listings? What's their life event that's driving that, you think?
Well, there's a couple of things. We've been analyzing what's been happening in the market. And so part of it is sellers still want to take advantage of this seller's market. You
Right.
never know when that's going to change, right? Um, and you don't want to be kicking yourself for not having taken advantage of the opportunity. So people who are still in transition, who need to make that life change, they know they can capitalize and walk away with a good return on their investment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's one of the things that makes selling very attractive.
Okay.
The other thing is that we've had some institutional buyers, because Milwaukee is one of the most affordable areas in the country to live, and it's a great place to invest in. People from other states and other countries have realized that. And some of these institutional buyers who maybe bought a couple years ago are starting to sell now and reaping a huge benefit in a short amount of time. So much higher returns than you'd get in the stock market. And that's causing some additional inventory to hit the market.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'll share this story with you to that first point that you dropped, which is there are some sellers because of life events who want to take advantage of the current market.
Yeah.
So recently, Angela, one of my past clients who I helped them finance their first home purchase almost 5 years ago, their life event compelled them to sell their first home. And how do I say this? I was able to introduce them to other resources to help them work through this life event. They were able to sell their first home, albeit small starter home. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
They were able to sell it in less than 30 days, multiple offers to the tune of, I think it was like 9 offers. One was cash, no surprise, right? You know how that is.
Yeah.
Guess how much they walked away with in terms of sale proceeds? Guess at the number.
Wow. I'm just going to throw out a number and say $100,000.
You read my mind, lady.
Oh, really? That's because I'm a realtor, right?
You're a realtor. You've been doing this long enough. Plus, you probably have a good sense of the Chicago metro local market, because I know you've got some family that live there, right? So yes, they absolutely walked away with almost 100 G's. And guess what they did? They rolled all of that money. Well, not all of it. They pocketed some.
Yeah, they went out to dinner and maybe did a little bit of shopping.
There you go. But they used a fraction of those sale proceeds to trade up to buy their next and therefore their second bigger home. Their life event was, no surprise to you, we're both in this business. What we do is always about life events for our clients. And their life event was the fact that they were growing from, they're growing their family. Their first home was just the two of them. Their next home right now is a family of 5. How's that?
Wow. Yeah. They needed more space for sure.
They needed more space for the kiddo clothes, the toys, and whatever the grandparents decide to spoil them with, right?
Yeah. Awesome.
So there you go. Yeah, I fully agree with you. I think the fact that inventory sellers coming out into the market is always a good thing, because it helps to create this more balanced market that we need to help our other clients, the buyer clients. And it's always, balance is good. Balance is good.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let's now shift the conversation to a big round of applause, everyone, for those of you who are watching us live, or for some of you who are not watching us live because you got to work and you're going to catch this on a replay on demand when you are free. Whether or not you know Angela or not, and for some of you who know Angela because you're a part of her team, right? Or you're a past client, or maybe you are a future client who's watching Angela. Angela, big round of applause for you. I hear that you won the Realtor of the Year 2023 award from your local Association of Realtors. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
So while I'm giving you this kudos, let's now watch your acceptance speech like you were winning, like an Oscar. So here we go. By the way, as we're watching you go up on the stage to win your award, when you look back at the past 11 months, what was one of the most important things that you feel really proud about?
Wow. I feel really proud about being the first African American woman to be the chairperson for the Greater Milwaukee Association of Realtors.
Okay.
And then also being the first African American person to receive the Realtor of the Year award. And so that's amazing. That's wonderful. You know, although I wish the first would have happened many years ago, here we are in 2023 and we're still experiencing some firsts in
Right.
our community, but I feel very honored and privileged to be that person and
Right.
to be a part of history.
Right, right. So, ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you are this morning, or when you're watching this on demand, look at that crowd. Look at that room, Angela. By the way, there's audio to this. You didn't sound nervous to me.
I surprisingly was very calm. I enjoy public speaking,
Yeah,
and it was something I had just thought about and just felt so um, in awe of the experience.
right.
There were thousands of people in that audience.
I see.
My son was the videographer, so we didn't have Tony Meister, who's an expert. He would have really scanned the entire room so you could see how many people were there.
True.
My son was the one doing that video for me, but they had there were several awards giving out that night,
Okay.
and when I approached the stage, oh, there you can see
There you
part of
go. Yes.
the crowd. But when I approached the stage, they gave me a standing ovation,
Yeah.
and I was just like, wow. And so, yeah, amazing experience.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, even though I kind of led you down the path, kind of teasing you with, well, you didn't seem nervous, but I'm not surprised because, I mean, Angela, before you started your 20-year, 2-decade career as a real estate broker, you were in corporate.
Hmm.
And, in the corporate world, you probably honed your skills of communicating very effectively in front of a large crowd.
That's you're correct. I remember back early in my career where I was designing computer systems and we were designing online banking and internet
Oh,
banking, which
there you
was
go.
like the latest, greatest trend. It's like AI is today. That's what online banking was back then.
Right, right.
And we had to teach bank executives, we had to train the executives, the branch managers, how to use the system. And so my company put us through extensive training on public speaking back then. And it's helped me even to this day.
Wow, wow, that's impressive. So, for those of you who don't know Angela, here is what I'm going to share with all of you. My perception, having known Angela now for um, several years, is the fact that, hey, you've got someone, if you're looking for a real estate broker
Mhm.
and you're from the corporate world, you've got a real estate broker that gets you, right?
Yeah.
She knows what maybe you're facing through your life events.
Yeah.
Secondly, if you were involved with online banking, fast forward to now with how that has developed and transformed how we bank. I mean, you've got a very smart, sharp lady here who knows how to sell and buy real estate. So give her a round of applause, everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Angela, as we wrap up today's conversation, I want to put you on the spot now with a topic that I know is kind of floating out there all across many metro areas, and
Yeah.
that is broker compensation for services rendered. Um, I think looking ahead, here's my opinion. For some brokers, it's either going to create some confusion. It may freeze them as to, well, how do I deal with this issue now? So, putting you in the hot seat, what is your advice to brokers, your peers, some that are maybe very new in the business, some that are experienced, but they're going to struggle with how do I have that conversation with my sellers and buyers as far as compensation? But really, it's to help them get to the outcome that they want. So, can you
Mhm.
speak to that?
Yeah. So when it comes to buyer broker compensation, it's an education process when it comes to dealing with our clients, and it's a value proposition when it comes to dealing with the realtors.
Right?
So from a real estate perspective and talking with realtors, it's the importance of communicating your value to clients. Many times people don't realize what we do as realtors. They think our jobs are really easy. All we do is go to the house and open the door, and then you get a check at the end and you're making thousands of dollars. And it's like, well, anybody can do that.
Right.
And so that causes a lot of people to try to get their license only to realize what's really involved. And then they can't handle, the responsibility and all that's required. So it's so important that we explain to clients that, yeah, we do open up the door and let you into the house, but that's such a small subset of what we do. We
Right.
really are bringing our knowledge and expertise to the experience. We are leading and guiding our clients through the process of buying and selling real estate. And it's, for most people, their largest asset.
Yeah.
And so you want an experienced, knowledgeable advisor to help you through that process. So some of the things we do are we negotiate for our clients. We help them get the best deal. When we're working for the buyers, then we're able to negotiate a contract that would save them money and cause this transaction to be in their benefit. Selling real estate is a legal process. And here in Wisconsin, we have a limited law license, which allows us to draft the contracts on behalf of our clients
Right.
and to monitor that process all the way from start to finish. So we don't have to have attorneys involved here in Wisconsin. The realtors are actually licensed and trained and able to handle all of that stuff. So we understand the language that's needed. We can write those contracts in a way that benefits our clients. We can, not only negotiate, but we are very knowledgeable on the property itself. We can provide some insight into the condition of that property to really help the buyer determine if this is one that they want to pursue.
Yeah.
And when we're working for the buyers, we're not tied to a property, we're tied to our clients and finding the one that meets their best needs. And so there's a lot that goes into that. There are all sorts of issues that can come up throughout a transaction, from being a lender, but there's financing issues, there are inspection issues and negotiating repairs. There's working with title companies. There's so much involved, and we have to be like project managers. Now I'm putting back on my technical hat.
You're right.
Corporate, we're the project manager that oversees this process from start to finish, making sure that we achieve every milestone. Make
Yeah.
sure that we're communicating. One task is contingent upon another. And so we want to make sure that it all goes smoothly behind the scenes for our clients so they can have a good experience. And so when I'm talking with my clients, I'm sharing with them my experience, my expertise, my network of other professionals that can help us get this deal done for them, my core values, how I operate, and how it's going to be a good fit for you and your different personality styles, and what those key things are. So for me, for instance, I'm a person who values having win-win relationships. So I don't want to work with I'm going to work it out in such a way that my client feels that they've got a good deal at the end
Right.
without taking advantage of the other party,
Right.
you
Right.
know. And so, but I want to make sure that they get the best and the most that they possibly can. So being able to communicate that to our clients, I think is very important, and it helps them to understand our value. And they're always going to want to have a buyer's agent. They're never going to want to navigate these murky waters of real estate all by themselves. They're always going to want a professional to be with them to help them through that process.
Oh my gosh. So well said. And for those of you who may be watching this live stream or as a recording, and if you happen to be a real estate broker, whether you are new in the business, you're past your third year, or you're even as experienced as Angela here, what I'm taking away, I'm just going to reflect it back, is communicate, 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 set proper expectations, real estate brokers, but really third, defend your value to the clients that you serve. And the reason why I can say this as well, Angela, you're going to love this. I know you are a Milwaukee Bucks fan.
Yes.
Right? As well as a Green Bay Packers fan.
Mm-hmm.
Real estate, you and I both know this, is a team sport. And when you are the quarterback of your team, you need a great wide receiver, a lending partner to help you move that ball to the end zone for the client. When you are shooting the ball, or you need to pass the ball, whether you're a point guard, small forward, you need the other players on the team to eventually score either a 2 or a 3.
Yeah. That's correct.
Right? All right.
Absolutely. We all work together to reach the successful outcome so that our clients win.
Yes. And if you are a client, a potential client that needs the help of Angela and or myself, what does that mean for you? What you're hearing is that together as a team, we can help you get to the outcome that you want, the next chapter of your life event. How do we start this to help you? All you need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is simply scan the QR codes that you see here. It's real simple. It all starts with a conversation. And we are ready, willing, and able to have that conversation with you to help you get to your next chapter. So as we wrap up, everyone, our last episode just for this calendar year, happy holidays from Angela and myself to you and yours. And we will see each other in the next episode in a few weeks. Oh my gosh, it's so scary to say that.
Yeah.
2024, right, Angela?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So until we see each other again in the next episode, happy holidays. Have a safe one. Eat a lot, drink a lot, but really more important, enjoy your time with many of your friends and family members going forward. That's it for now. Have a great day.